wide receiver heavy, man. 3 first cuts, Marcus Johnson, Willie Snead, Tay Martin. Sadly, that wasn't the last of the wide receiver cuts. They went on, and Malik Turner, the special team stud.
I cry. I
It
wanted to
hurts,
go cry in
man.
the car, bro.
I bet Snyder cried because he's the special team stud that came with Snyder. He was with Snyder back in Seattle back in the day.
That's right.
And he didn't make it, which means 49ers only keeping 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the active white roster. Thoughts on that? We talked about this though, Wayne. We talked about this.
And I know you're trying to go in order. I'm just trying to keep you updated because I don't know if you have the latest.
Oh, go shoot.
But Tashawn Gibson's safety has been released. So I'm not sure if that was in your thing. I'm gonna post that out right now.
So Tarvarius Moore. Does that mean he made it?
Either him or Taylor Hawkins has not been let go yet. Don't you sleep on my Taylor.
Man, and we're going to go through the undrafted free agent. My favorite undrafted free agent, Q Knight, got released, sadly.
Yeah, that was
which
tough.
broke my freaking heart, man.
But you're going to get Jordan Mason.
No, Jordan Mason's still there. That's huge. Marcelino McCrary Ball, still there. That's huge. Taylor Hawkins, still there. I'm not sure any of them are going to make it, but there's definitely a shot. Hasty got cut. Let's just bounce around. Let's go with the flow. Let's feel this. Let's breathe. Let's just process this together. And if you're joining us, let your emotions out, baby. Jermichael Hasty got cut. Which, if you joined us on our Patreon hangout, that was the biggest discussion. And I gotta say, shout out to my man, dude. I tell you this. There are a lot of people that either really, really like Hasty or really dislike Hasty. My man George, and dude, he was so big on getting rid of Hasty. A lot of people just don't like him, but Shanahan loved him. They cut him.
I wonder why, though. I wish I could have heard the reasons why they didn't like Hasty. Was it because production, injury, because he dropped that pass? What was it?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like if we look at the kind of entire spectrum of 49ers cuts so far, they do not put very much, if at all, anything on performance in preseason games. They don't give a damn. They don't care. It's what you show them in practice. And got to give a shout out to Chad, too, who's been really big on Hasty being cut. He nailed that one as well. But you cut these players that look like the best, because there's no doubt Hasty was the best running back in preseason. In the games, So how that was something that just got overlooked. Kamiko Toure, I think the best 49er player, period, regardless of position, offense, defense, all 3 games of the preseason. They moved on from him.
I thought you stay with edge rushers. I thought if you're going to go one extra, it's the edge. I don't know what he did that would be in the negative for him to get cut, because he clearly was productive in every preseason game. Now, the question was he productive in practice? Because if that's the case that we're going with, that's what we need to find out.
The way that I saw it is this. You remember the last person they brought in was Kamiko Toure right before the draft.
He was right before.
And then you had Drake Jackson fall to 61.
Bingo.
And I've said, like, if they would have known they were going to get Drake Jackson, they probably wouldn't have paid Kamiko Toure. But they didn't know. They had no clue. So that kind of made him expendable. Then nobody got hurt.
Casualty. Yeah, he was an expendable.
Yeah,
but John, he had every opportunity to go out there. Now, me personally, I might have taken him over Kerry Hyder. I might have taken him over Kerry Hyder. I do understand that Kerry Hyder provides us versatility. They're going to get him to go inside. I think Charles Omenihu is going to be the best at that from the outside the end. He's going to play that Arden Key role. But I still think Kamiko Toure was one of the best out there.
I'll say this. It seems like they're only going to keep 10 roster spots at the defensive line position. And they're freeing up spots at other positions like quarterback. Brock Purdy seems like he's going to be kept on this roster.
That's 3.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, listening to Kyle Shanahan talk, this is what he said, bro. He said that we were high on Nate Sudfeld, and then came Brock Purdy, and he was just the better person, better option. Then he also said this. You ready for this? I don't know if you came in at this point. He said that Brock Purdy was going to be the number 2 quarterback for the 49ers And then the Jimmy Garoppolo situation happened. How cool is that? How cool is that Mr. Irrelevant himself, who clearly looked better on the football field, looked more decisive, was able to extend plays, was able to throw on the run, and you want to know what he did the best, John? 2 minute, 4 minute. Best.
It's interesting because here's the thing with Shanahan. He values people that can run his scheme like so much. And shout out to freaking Nick Mullins, who made the team for the Vikings. Kellen Mond got cut, Mannion got cut.
Okay.
So yeah, he made the roster up there. It's very Nick Mullins-esque move that you fall in love with somebody, and yeah, it's weird. It's very, very weird. But shout out to Brock Purdy. And the reason why you keep 3, and the reason why you redid this whole Jimmy G deal, now you can trade Jimmy G in the season if something happens and you still have your backup quarterback. And it's a meritocracy because you paid Nate Sudfeld $2 million.
You're preaching.
And if he doesn't get claimed, 49ers just lose $2 million in cap space. Gone.
I bet it's $2 million.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about $10 million.
That's small change for us, man.
I mean, not for us, that's a lot of money. For them, what's $2 million? Like, you know what I'm saying? And what's the odds of him clearing waivers? Not waivers. What's the odds of him not getting picked up and they sign him to the practice squad? He's been released, so he doesn't have to clear waivers. He can just sign to the practice squad.
Yeah, and the problem with that is you still get that money you don't get back, but that's okay.
Do you have to sign to more money, John? Do he get paid more?
Yes, if he clears, his contract is gone, right? So if nobody picks him up and nobody chooses to take that contract by tomorrow at 1 p.m., then it's like he's free agent and he just has to do a brand new deal.
Okay.
So by the 49ers releasing him, if nobody claims him within the next 24 hours, his contract basically starts over. So all that dead money, he gets the full $2 million. Then we'd have to sign him back on whatever it would take to get him to the practice squad.
Understood. So he would get double money.
Correct.
Now, let me ask you this. If you're Nate Sudfeld, isn't that a win-win?
Love it for the player. I think he would prefer to be on the roster, but yeah. Hey. Somebody's getting paid twice here.
Okay.
Somebody's getting paid twice.
Okay. All right. I had to ask that question because it doesn't seem like it's a bad damn idea for Nate Sudfeld. All right. So I didn't make the roster. No problem. I won't get that roster bonus. But you know what? How about you pay me bonus for signing me to the practice squad? Plus, I'm sitting on $2 million. And he would be then he would become the emergency quarterback.